Alright, we're going to do this video here, or this tutorial of this logo on Canvas. There's a Word document you can download. Looks a lot like this one here. Create a new document, 8.5 by 11 inches. Make sure it's inches. Use the rectangle tool to draw a rectangle the size of the artboard. The artboard is what you call this, the sheet of paper. But they call it an artboard because it could be all different sizes and it doesn't have to be paper. Alright, so you draw a big rectangle. Make the stroke none and the fill white. Okay, so stroke none. Fill is white. Okay. Click on the gradient tool and click on the rectangle. Kucha, kucha. This applies the default gradient to the rectangle. In the gradients panel, rotate up 90 degrees. So find the gradients panel. Make it 90. So it goes up and down. Double click on the top color stop. And we're going to make it this brown that's 5 over from the right side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And let's see with this version if it's the same. Nope. Maybe 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That one. I'm going to go with that one. Leave the color stop on the bottom as white. Click in the middle of the gradient annotator to add plus a color stop in the middle. So it's just saying, click here in the middle to add one in the middle. Double click on the color stop and change it to this color, which is like 2 over from the last one. So I'm not sure. That? I think it's that one. Yeah. So, no, I think it is that one because there's 2 here. So it's the first one. I'll have to change the screenshots in. Drag the top white transition part down towards the center. So right now we have a nice smooth transition. That's because of this thing. I'm going to crank this down and you have now a sharper, not as smooth transition. But that's the kind of effect we want to go for. On the bottom transition point, upwards towards the center, this creates a harder transition between colors. So we're going to do the same with this one. Oop, fail. Undo. Drag the little white box, crank that up. Now we got a really sharp transition. Grab the selection tool, click off the gradient, and click on the type tool. Click on the center of the page and type in the word Crux. Crux with Myriad Pro. Highlight the text and change the font to Myriad Pro bold. We're on regular. This is where you get the bold. And crank up the size to, they're at 216. It might tell us something. Yo, that's Crux, man. Select the type and change the color to a dark brown. Use the selection tool and move the type so it is centered on the page left and right. You know what we should do is make a text box and then use the center tool. If I stretch it out, yeah, it's going to stretch it out. Alright, well, that's fine. Hold the Alt key and hit the left arrow key 3 times. No. Click the type tool and click between the letters C and R. Now watch. You have to click between the letters. And then you're going to hit Alt and left arrow key. Alt and left arrow key. 1, 2, 3. And actually move the R closer to the C. Did you see that? Did you see that? Shut up. Hit the escape key. Go back to the selection tool. Go to edit and copy. Go to edit, paste in front. Click on the handle, top handle, and drag it down below. So we're going to grab this handle and drag it down below like that. And then you're going to move that up. Move the bottom text up. Set the bottom text to black. With the bottom text still selected, go to Effects, Blur, Gaussian Blur. Effects, Blur, Gaussian blur. Radius is 16. Click OK. That blurs it, so it's like a shadow effect. Go to the transparency panel. Do we have one of those? Oh, we do. Look, right there. Transparency panel. Make it 75% opacity to fade it, so it really looks more like a shadow. Select the type tool and click on the climbing. I'm going to let you just kind of go through the rest. There's only a couple more steps now. I'll do it. Text tool. Type. No, you gotta click off of it. I'd probably put it up here. Whoa, that's huge. And we're gonna type in climbing equipment, and we're gonna make the font. I'm gonna go a lot smaller for now, 35. Place and stretch the text to fit from the R to the X. This is 35 points. Oh, yep, I need to make the text semi-bold. Thank you. Click on that, not bold, semi-bold. Makes it a little thinner. Now, use your arrow keys. Well, that's like perfect. Because we want it to like sit on top of these texts. So it starts there and ends right there.
Wouldn't there be a shadow of that too, though?
Yeah. We're going to make this white. And make the fill color white. Select the flare tool, new tool, click under there. It's the flare tool. You ever see those like lens flares when the sunlight hits the lens? And we're just going to add a lens flare there. Click and drag the top of the C as it's shown. Text name, print for grading, save file to your P drive. That's special. All right, do that.